Allow me to introduce you to Derrick Rose.
MVP time! Windy City Assassin does it again!
Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we'll be talking to you about the legend Derrick Rose and his lifestyle. Maybe you know about Derrick Rose very well, but you don't know how old and tall he is and what his net worth is in 2021. If you do not know, we have prepared this video about details of Derrick Rose's career, professional life, personal life, today's net worth, age, height, weight, and more facts. Let's get on with the video and make sure to watch it till the end. Derrick Rose was born in Inglewood on Chicago's South Side on the 4th of October 1988 to Brenda Rose, a single mother. He has a sporting family with his three brothers also into basketball, who taught young Rose the intricacies of the game and protected him from external influences and dangers and carefully directed him to be a player at NBA level. His single mother and three brothers took a fatherly role and nurtured his talents to make him a promising basketball player when he was only in the 8th grade. He is the youngest son after Dwayne, Reggie, and Allen. All three were talented basketball players who taught Rose the ins and outs of basketball on nearby courts. As his talent for the sport grew, Rose began to attract much more outside attention in Chicago's basketball circles, leading his mother and brothers to restrict outside contact to him. She feared he would be exploited and his path to the NBA diverted by outside parties like street agents, similar to what happened to former Chicago prospect Ronnie Fields. Being born on October 4th, 1998, Derrick Rose is 32 years old as of today. His height is 1.91 meters tall and his weight is 86 kilograms. At the school level, Rose was already a promising player. In his debut match, he scored 22 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 steals over Thornwood High School. His school team, Simeon Wolverines, created many records and was ranked nationally. In 2009, Rose was named the decade's third greatest high school point guard by ESPN Rise magazine. He excelled in his college basketball career as well. His team Memphis created many records. He entered the NBA with a bang. Debuting in 2008 while representing the Chicago Bulls, he won Rookie of the Year, a widely respected award in basketball. He was already a prospect for the national team for the Beijing Olympics. The next important thing we're talking about is the grading controversy. According to Sherry Littman of the University of Memphis Legal Counsel, a month after the loss to Kansas, the NCAA sent a letter to the school stating that Rose had an invalidated standardized test score the previous year at Chicago's Simeon High School. The next January, the NCAA sent another letter charging Memphis with knowing that Rose had someone else take his SAT for him. Memphis started its own investigation and sent its response back on April 24th. On May 28th, 2009, the Memphis Commercial Appeal obtained the letter through the Freedom of Information Act and released it. Although the player's name was redacted due to privacy laws, process of elimination and sources revealed the player was Derrick Rose. The next day, in a separate investigation, James Sullivan, Inspector General of the Chicago Public Schools District Board of Education, released a report of his investigation, stating that the 4 student athletes of a CPS school had 1-month grade boosts to alter their college transcripts. The Chicago Sun-Times revealed the school as Simeon Career Academy and that 3 of the 4 were Rose and his former teammates Kevin Johnson and Tim Flowers, prominent members of the back-to-back championship teams. The newspaper claimed that Rose's grade was changed from a D to a C. Another part of the report stated that the high school staff lost the original permanent records for 3 of the above-mentioned student athletes. Sullivan started the investigation because none of the grade changes were supported by any documentation. He also failed to find a suspect, as at least 7 people at Simeon had the ability to access student grades and records. Illinois High School Association Executive Director Marty Hickman reacted by saying it is obvious that this is worth taking a look into. Robert Smith, who coached the Wolverines from 2004 to 2007, denied any wrongdoing. District spokeswoman Monique Bond said that the students involved probably did not even know about the grade change. Allegations surfaced that Rose's brother, Reggie, had been allowed to travel with the team for free on several occasions. Memphis contended that it had learned of the allegations about Rose's SAT scores shortly after he enrolled at the school. It conducted its own investigation in which Rose was questioned by 4 school officials. Ultimately, Memphis was unable to find any evidence that Rose had cheated based on what was available at the time and cleared him to play. Rose released a statement through his lawyer, Daniel E. Wrighty. Mr. Rose is aware of the allegations reported in the press. Mr. Rose cooperated fully with the University of Memphis's athletic and legal department's investigation of this issue when he was a student, and that investigation uncovered no wrongdoing on his part. On August 20th, 2009, the NCAA vacated Memphis's 2007 to 2008 season. It took the position that because the Educational Testing Service voided Rose's SAT scores after Rose's freshman year at Memphis, strict liability required that Rose be retroactively declared ineligible. It also determined that even without the questions about his test score, Rose would have lost his eligibility in December 2007 due to Reggie Rose being allowed to travel for free. On May 28th, 2010, Rose, former Memphis basketball coach John Calipari, and Memphis athletic director R.C. Johnson reached a $100,000 out-of-court settlement with 3 attorneys who represented Memphis season ticket holders and threatened a lawsuit over the vacated 2007 and 2008 season. The Memphis Commercial Appeal first reported on the settlement in October 2011. In his NBA career, he excelled as in his earlier school and college careers. It is here that his playing made him a nationally recognized basketball star. He changed many teams and every team gained by his playing. He was injured as many as 4 times and went through surgeries during his career as an NBA player, but his enthusiasm remained intact and he came back every time to assist his team to glory. While playing for the New York Knicks, who picked him in January 2016, he continued to play exceptionally well in season games, but again, on April 2nd, 2017, he suffered tearing of the meniscus in his left knee, requiring a 4th round of surgery in his 9-year career. On July 25th, 2017, Rose signed with the Cleveland Cavaliers, for whom he is still playing till writing of this article. The Chicago Bulls selected Rose in 2008 in preparation for the national team for the Beijing Olympics. Rose won Rookie of the Year for 2008 to 2009 as a guard while playing for the Chicago Bulls. He joined Michael Jordan from 1985 and Elton Brand from 2000 as the only Bulls to do so. On May 3rd, 2011, Derrick Rose was named NBA's most valuable player, joining Michael Jordan as the only player to receive the award in Chicago Bulls history. At 22 years and 6 months old, he was the youngest player to receive the award. On January 22nd, 2016, he was picked up by the New York Knicks, where he continued to excel. On July 25th, 2017, Rose signed on with the Cleveland Cavaliers, where he is still up until the writing of this article. Rose was a member of the national team that won gold medals in 2010 and 2014 FIBA World Cup. His achievements show his steady and consistent rise in the fiercely competitive sport of basketball. In his debut match, Derrick Rose scored 22 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 steals over Thornwood High School. He won the first national award, a parade All-Third American team spot. His high school team, Simeon Wolverines, created many records and was ranked nationally. In his senior year, Derrick Rose was ranked the 5th best prospect in the country. In the 2007 season, his team, the Wolverines, ended the season with 33-2 and was ranked 1st in the country by Sports Illustrated. Rose averaged 25.2 points, 9.1 assists, 8.8 rebounds, and 3.4 steals. In 2009, Rose was named the decade's 3rd greatest high school point guard by ESPN Rise magazine. He excelled in his college career as well. His team Memphis ended the season 38-2, and Rose was named to the All-Final 4 team after averaging 20.8 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 6.0 assists per game. As of April 2021, Derrick Rose's net worth is $100 million. He earns $1 million a year from a 13-year contract with Adidas he signed in 2012 for $185 million. On December 20th, 2011, Rose signed a 5-year, $94 million contract extension with the Chicago Bulls. His salary in 2014 was $17.6 million. He earns about $10 million from the endorsements due to his large fan following. His endorsements are with Wilson Sporting Goods, Skull Candy Headphones, Powerade, Force Factor Sports Drinks, and Suburban Chicago Dealership. He reportedly earned $21.3 million in 2017. He owns a luxurious mansion and several luxury cars. Forbes has listed him as the number 13th highest paid athlete in the world. Derrick Rose's steady rise in basketball firmament was spectacular. His achievements and earnings show his caliber as a great player in basketball, but it also shows how his injuries prevented him from joining the ranks of greatest ever players league like the likes of Michael Jordan. Rose says he wants to live a humble life even when he can afford much more. Nothing excites him as much as winning and being with his family. Are you enjoying our video? Did you know that in 2016, Rose was involved in a federal civil lawsuit to assess whether he and 2 friends raped an unnamed former girlfriend in August 2013? In the months before the alleged gang rape, Rose's accuser, referred to as Jane Doe in court transcripts, testified that Rose made her uncomfortable by asking her to perform sexual acts for him or to involve other people in their sex life. He would sometimes get angry when she refused. Doe also mentioned that on the day of the incident, she was drugged against her consent and alternated in and out of consciousness. During the trial, Rose expressed difficulty and uncertainty with the definition of the word consent. In October 2016, he was found not liable by an 8-member jury. An appeal in 2018 was denied. Before we get any further, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on more amazing videos from us. On October 9th, 2012, Rose's girlfriend Micah Reese gave birth to their son, Derrick Jr. Rose's agent is former Bulls guard BJ Armstrong. Rose is a Christian and he has spoken out about his faith, saying God does everything for a reason. He wears a wristband that says, "In Jesus' name I play," and has several tattoos about his faith. In 2018, Rose introduced the Rose Scholars, a scholarship program to help students achieve a higher education. Rose was the cover athlete of NBA 2K13 alongside fellow NBA players Kevin Durant and Blake Griffin. Rose was the lone cover athlete for the 2K Sports downloadable content game NBA 2K10 Draft Combined, which was released on the Xbox Live Arcade for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation Network for the PlayStation 3. Rose is a part owner and spokesman for the Chicago-based Giordano's Pizzeria. In 2008, Rose signed a shoe deal with Adidas for $1 million per year. He has also signed with Wilson Sporting Goods. Other endorsement deals include Skullcandy headphones, Powerade, Force Factor sports drinks, and a suburban Chicago Nissan dealership. In May 2018, it was announced that the Adidas D Rose 9s would be released in July 2018. In 2011, Rose was estimated by Crane Chicago Business to earn $1.5 to $2.5 million annually in endorsements, ranking just outside the top 10 NBA players in that category. In 2012, it was reported that Rose signed a contract extension with Adidas worth $185 million over 14 years. Are you a fan of Derrick Rose? Who's your favorite NBA star? Let us know in the comments below. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Consider liking and subscribing to the channel for more amazing videos, and we'll see you soon.